Natanong na kasi halos lahat about podcasts, no? But siguro what I want to ask na lang is, paano nasusustain? Kasi ang daming tao, like ako for example, it was a pandemic hobby. I mean, may passion siya, pero since yun nga, dahil we're back to normal, back na rin yung mga parang usual na routine, yung mga lumalabas na naman, hindi na nakakulong. So, hindi na na-sustain yung hobby, di ba? So, sa'yo, paano na hanggang ngayon, sustain pa rin despite na ikaw ang dami mong hats din and ginagawa, di ba?
Yeah, that's an excellent question, and I say that because a lot of people are most curious about how to start a podcast, but actually the more difficult part is how to sustain a podcast. And not just a podcast, any type of regular content release. Actually, ang concept yun ang madali eh. The concept is easy, the initial topics are easy, the excitement at the start is easy. But once you get to like your 5th episode, your 10th episode, your 20th episode, you're like, parang kakatamad na, or like, life gets in the way, which I totally understand. I think in terms of podcasting, especially if you know na you wanna do it for the long run. Kasi pwede rin namang 12-episode series and then you take a break. And then the next episode series and then you take a break. There are several ways naman you can go about it. But I would say that find a system that's sustainable for you. So kanina pa I was mentioning that before the podcast, it was the YouTube channel na nauna. And I knew that I wanted to be on YouTube. I knew that I wanted to invite these big guests. I was very clear that I wanted it to be an interview. But sabi ko, how do I make it nga sustainable? How do I keep going kahit naka 100 episodes na ako? And the answer was the format. So, the format that I figured out, the system that I figured out na kaya ko tong gawin was that when paano ba to the video started kasi it was like a walking selfie video. If you look back at the first episodes, ganun siya. And I knew I wanted it to be minimal cuts, minimal edit. So 10 minutes. So it became sustainable in a way na if I ask Vice, I'll interview after showtime, 10 minutes lang. It's hard kasi to say, Vice, you have a 1 hour free within the next 2 weeks. Ang hirap bigay nun. But if I say, pupuntahan kita sa dressing room for 10 minutes, everyone says yes because it's less of their time. So actually, that's how it started. So find a format, a system that you can commit to if you want to do it for the long run. There are several ways again that you can go about it, and siguro to get the hang of it, you can start with the low-hanging fruits, meaning ang mga guests na i-advise mo yung mga malapit sa'yo, mga madali mong makontact. You can do it through Zoom. Diba? There are several ways to go about it. It's hard to sustain, pero kaya naman siya.
So, okay pa rin yung mga Zoom. Kasi, di ba, uso na nga ngayon yung mga podcast.
Yes. I mean, I still do it, especially for guests that are overseas or like those na mahirap yung schedule. Especially with the tech naman now, there's a way to record the audio clean. Pero sometimes, even my favorite podcasts, kahit hindi malinis yung audio, parang papakinggan mo pa rin eh.
So, more on the content pa rin talaga.
Content pa rin talaga.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You mentioned that PBB is
Hopefully
next year, making a comeback.
That's what I have heard, and I hope that this is safe to say, Direct Lauren. I hope. So I think it's safe to say that it's possibly next year, probably next year. Mahaba naman ang next year, so hindi naman siguro ako papagaling.
Correct.
Yeah.
Excited ka kasi parang ito yung magiging unang season na ikaw talaga yung super duper main host.
And that's not actually the reason that I am most excited to do another season. I mean, of course, it's such a blessing. But kasi, I think it's exciting because when we had the 2 seasons in the pandemic, it was so different. We were shooting from home, all our spills, self-shot, isa send. Evictions didn't have an audience. We were technically platformless because that was just the time that the franchise was denied. So, I think we were on Kapamilya Online Live, Kapamilya channel. But now, with all the streaming collaborations of ABS, I mean, the possibilities are so exciting of where and how PBB will come back if ever. So, I think that's what I'm most excited about. Like, paano namin gagawin, lalo na now that everything is in person again, the housemates don't have much restrictions again. Dati kasi grabe the protocol, swab test, lahat now. I mean, we can be free to do like we did pre-pandemic. So, yeah, it's going to be exciting.
What do you think is the secret na, imagine 10 years plus na kayo, di ba? And many seasons.
2005, so we're...
13? 12?
Ang hina ko sa math, sorry. 2005 ang season 1. 17, yeah, 17, 18 years. Debut na.
Oo nga.
Kuya. Yeah. I think that it's just a very Pinoy format, the way in which the team was able to do it. Kasi we actually thought that the 10th year would be like the last-ish years. Kasi I think that was also when the contract with the company then was wrapping up. But parang every time there's a season, we open auditions, sobrang dami pa rin nag-auditions. Even in the pandemic, lalo na virtual, ang dami pa rin nag-audition. So parang Pinoys just, aside from love being on TV, they love seeing stories of other people on TV. So parang ang feeling ko, nakuha lang niya talaga yung kiliti ng Pinoy audiences. And whether kilala nila ang PBB from Commander Nene season or kilala lang nila because of my season, di ba? Parang there are still housemates na people were able to connect to and love until now. So I think it's that.
Mm-hmm. Ano sa tingin mo ang magandang next season? Like, kasi naghahalo-halo na minsan adult, teen, celebrity.
Yeah.
Pero ang dami nagre-request na all-star. Na pwede ka rin daw kasama. Kasi nga, bilang...
na ako. It's my dream also to do an all-star, honestly. Pero Direct Lauren answered this, I think, 2 seasons ago. Sabi niya, when you say kasi all-star, parang it's like, it's ending na. And so, it sort of gives that feeling, di ba, na parang, last na ito kasi all-star. So, I'm honestly looking forward to All-Star. Like, I already have in my head, okay, this All-Star. Yung mga these housemates na you liked from past seasons. But I mean, I'm happy to know na ayaw pa nilang gawin. Kasi ibig sabihin na
gusto pa
they
ito
have other plans pa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sino yung mga housemates na yan na naiisip mo? I mean, not all, pero
For
yung
All-Star?
Oo.
Kuni, I mean, not a lot of people, I mean, season 1, Kuni is such a character. He was controversial.
Yeah.
Shucks. Ang dami na kasing housemates since after that. But Bea So was a big winner, so hindi na siya pwede mag-all-star. Yeah. I mean, Uma's my number 1. And then the others, I have like little picks of who would be good. Yeah.
Kaya talagang,
sana mag-yes sila.
yan, mas mapapakompleto for you yung
Yeah.
season if nandun si Uma.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Uma Kuni, Wendy Valdez, Karina Bautista, yan ang mga naisip ko. Okay, so...
Mga karakter.
Karakter, yes.
Diba? Aside from PBB, what keeps you busy on TV?
Right now, I do Cinema News, so it's a weekly entertainment show on Cinema One, so that's every weekend. Yeah, for TV, that's it so far.
Ano yun? Conscious effort na wag mo nang mag-super-duper dami ng shows?
No naman. It's just that I guess in my line of work, kasi I only host. I don't sing, I don't dance, I don't act. So parang natataon din na parang if there's a project that I'm a fit, then they ask me about it and then I go on board. So like for example, earlier this year was The Voice Kids.
Yeah.
So that was super, super fun to do talaga. And I think sakto lang din at this phase in my life na ganito yung pacing because my kids are 7 and 4. So, because I'm such a hands-on mom pa rin, even if I work full-time, maganda yung naging workflow schedule ko because I still get to bring them to school, pick them up. So, ine-enjoy ko tong season ng life ko, kumbaga.
So, balance of being a mom and a host.
Yes. A juggling of being a mom and full-time working.
Yeah. Yun. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Bianca.